All right, today we're going to dive into two incredible stories that Jesus told. Now, these aren't just any old stories, they're parables, and they're meant to unpack one of the biggest ideas ever, the amazing, relentless nature of God's love. Let's get right into it. I want you to think about that for a second. Have you ever lost something that was really, really important to you? Maybe a favorite toy or even a pet. Remember that awful sinking feeling in your stomach? That frantic, I have to find this right now feeling? Just hold on to that feeling, because it's right at the heart of these stories. Okay, so let's set the scene. Jesus was around, and, well, he was causing a bit of a stir. See, he was spending his time with people who the super religious leaders of the day, the Pharisees, had labeled sinners. Basically, anyone who didn't follow all their rules perfectly. And let me tell you, those leaders were not happy about it.
So here was the big problem. The rule keepers, the Pharisees, they thought you should stay as far away as possible from people who made mistakes. But what did Jesus do? The exact opposite. He went right up to them, he became their friend, and he even ate with them.
This is what the leaders would say about Jesus. And trust me, they did not mean it as a compliment. It was an insult. It was an accusation. They were basically pointing and saying, look at this guy. He actually hangs out with the wrong crowd. They just couldn't wrap their minds around it.
So what did Jesus do? Did he get into a big argument with them? Give them a long, boring lecture? Nope. He did something way more powerful. He told them a story. Actually, he told them two. So Jesus starts off with this story about a shepherd. You know, a guy whose entire life revolves around taking care of his flock of sheep. And this wasn't just a 9-to-5 job back then. These sheep were his life. So imagine this shepherd. He's got a pretty big flock, 100 sheep. And he doesn't just see them as a big, fluffy white cloud. No way. He knows every single one. He probably has names for them. They're his whole world. So at the end of the day, he leads them all into a safe pen for the night. And like any good shepherd would, he counts them as they go in. 1, 2, 3, all the way up, 97, 98, 99. Wait, hold on. 99? That can't be right. And there's the problem. Just one single sheep is missing. Now, you might think, it's just one. But to this shepherd, that one sheep is everything. It's out there all by itself, probably scared, definitely lost. So what does he do? Does he shrug and say, well, at least I still have 99? No! He leaves the 99 totally safe in the pen, and he heads out into the dark, dangerous mountains. He's climbing over rocks, risking his own safety, just listening for that one tiny, scared cry. He is not going to stop until he finds it. And when he finally finds that little sheep, trembling and scared, is he mad? Does he yell at it for wandering off? Not at all. He's just filled with so much joy and relief. He gently scoops it up, puts it on his shoulders, and carries it all the way back home. The very first thing he does when he gets back is call all his friends and neighbors. He's like, you guys, we have to celebrate. The one that was lost is found. He literally throws a party for this one sheep. But Jesus wasn't finished. He wanted to make sure they really got the point. So he tells another story right away, a very similar one, but this time it's about a woman who lost something incredibly valuable. Now, we're not just talking about some spare change here. This was one of 10 silver coins from her wedding dowry. It was probably part of a headdress or a necklace, a public sign that she was married. This was a family treasure, her security. So losing one? Yeah, that was a really big deal, a total disaster. So what does she do? Well, her house was probably dark, maybe with no windows, so the first thing she does is light a lamp. Then she grabs a broom and sweeps the entire house, every last dusty corner. She doesn't quit. She searches and searches until finally she sees it glinting in the candlelight. And what's her reaction? You guessed it. Just like the shepherd, she's so overjoyed she runs out and calls her friends and neighbors. Come on, celebrate with me, she says. I found the coin that I lost. It's another party for a found treasure. So we've got a searching shepherd and a searching woman, and they both throw a big party. What was Jesus actually trying to say to those grumpy religious leaders and, to us? This is the mic drop moment. Jesus basically looks at those rule keepers and says, this is what God is like. All of heaven throws a gigantic party when just one person who is lost, who made mistakes, turns around and comes back home. More than for the 99 who never strayed. And what's really cool is the difference between the two.
The sheep knew it was lost. It was helpless and afraid. But the coin? The coin had no clue. It was just lost in the dust, completely unaware that anything was wrong. Jesus' point is, it doesn't matter how you're lost, whether you feel it or you don't. Both were precious, and both were searched for with everything the owner had.
And this right here is the absolute key. These stories completely flip religion upside down. The religious leaders thought it was all about you working hard to find God. But Jesus is saying, no, you've got it backwards. God makes the first move. He's the one who lights the lamp and comes searching for us.
Look, this isn't just some ancient story about farm animals and money. Jesus told this for a reason. He wanted you, yes, you, to understand something incredibly important about who you are.
Let's just break it down nice and simple. The shepherd and the woman, that's God, full of this passionate, searching love. The lost sheep and the lost coin, that's any of us, anytime we feel far away or lost. And that huge celebration, that's the party that all of heaven throws for you when you are found.
If you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. To God, you're not just a face in the crowd. You are a priceless treasure. You are so incredibly valuable that if you were the only one who is lost, He would leave everything else behind to come and find you. So I'm just going to leave you with this question to think about. It's not, are you good enough, or do you follow all the rules? The question is, how does it feel to know that you are considered a treasure and that the God of the entire universe thinks you are worth searching for?